Thank you so much for checking out the fishing reel again. I'd appreciate if you like, subscribe, and share if you like. This is a project I was working on for some time already. This plate was just made from a piece of like 2.5 inch cold rolled flat steel. I've sanded it down and I hardened it, and those are my hammer marks. They didn't quite come out anymore, and they're way too deep to have them sanded out and polished. And as for that, I didn't really know what to do with it, so it was just hanging around here. I bet you for like half a year. I had no idea what to do and how to go forward with it and what to do with the handle. I mean, the shape and the steel in the handle part was written and cut out already. But since it was in such bad shape, it was bent. Um, I kind of lost interest, and I didn't know how to go forward with it. So I got it straightened out and I polished it up. And actually, now I kind of like these marks here because it's somewhat of a character, I think. So what I came up with first, I was thinking about a wooden handle, having inlaid into my favorite purple heart. But I had this idea of like copper. I like copper and brass and everything polished and shiny. But how do you do that? So I went to the local hardware store and I went to their plumbing department, and you just gotta piece it together and see what fits best. So obviously this is built already, and I'm going to show you the parts or components I used to put this together. So you can see here, obviously, this is a cap here, and this is you gotta notch this here pretty good to the size of your blade. I just hacksawed it out and then filed it a little bit just to fit. Just go very slow, and make sure it's tight first, and if you need more space, you can always take away more. Okay, let me see if I can get this all in the picture here. So this is called a 3/4 by 6 RB nibble. This is pretty solid copper or nickel. Not nickel, was it brass maybe? Copper plated. This looks like brass, but this looks like copper. No, I'm not a plumber. So this is obviously part of the handle piece. Now the cap, you have only so much to choose from. This is a 1-inch cap. So the 1-inch cap just goes over there really light. Then I found this reducer. It's a 1 by 3/4. That doesn't fit either. So I sanded down the threads on both sides just so that fits on really tight, and then I hammered it on because you can't really thread it. It's too thin to put a thread in. So keep this really tight. Just go really slow, sand down a little bit, see if it fits, and a little bit, see if it fits. If it goes on, hammer it on all the way down. If you have to, just cut a piece of the thread off. You're not going to see it anymore. Hammer this on until this is covered, like this. So you have a lot of space to play with if you mess up. Just takes away from the overall length. And then the cap actually would also fit on this diameter. So you have to cut this side off, or cut it here, doesn't really matter. Slide this on over. So I imagine this is shorter, obviously the cap would go on deeper. So choose whatever you want, whatever design you want. All the way in, not so much in. So you got this. With this sanded off, you got this put on, and then you have the cap. That's how you end up with this design here. And as you notice, this is longer. This is a little bit shorter. Chamfer the edges in a nice 45 all the way down. Makes it look good. I have one not chamfered. I have one with a chamfer on. I like this better. Gives you an extra ring of shine. On this side it doesn't have that. And then I filled it all with epoxy after I inserted a plate. And a little scale here. It comes in as 693 grams. That's pretty bad. It's heavy. It lays good in the hand. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. It's what is it, like a kitchen cleaver or something? Put a clear coat on the copper so that won't corrode. I really don't like that green finish when it corrodes. I like copper the way it looks. The plate, obviously, you have to maintain. It's not stainless. So put some grease on, some WD-40. If you really use it in the kitchen, you can use WD-40. Use some other grease, or PAM, if you like. Or just for show and tell. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what I'm going to call it. The copper cleaver, maybe? Yeah, that's it. So this is how I made this baby here. Sorry, I can show you step by step, but obviously it's easy to understand. I didn't know what I'm doing. I was just nibbling away on it, and that's what came out of here. All right, guys. Thank you so much. So like, subscribe, share, build a couple. Let me know how you did. Any questions? Thank you so much. Thanks for watching the fishing reel. Goodbye.